They Will Kill You is a 2026 action comedy horror movie directed by Karol Sokolov from a script he co-wrote with Alex Lifak. The movie stars Zazie Beetz, Miala, Patterson Joseph, Tom Felton, Heather Graham, and Patricia Arquette. It follows an ex-convict who answers an ad to be a housekeeper at a mysterious New York City high-rise, not realizing she is entering a community that has seen a number of disappearances over the years. This movie was released in the US by Warner Bros. Pictures on March 27, 2026. It received mixed reviews and grossed $13 million worldwide on a budget of $20 million. Now, I am not surprised about any of this, especially the fact that it didn't make its budget back. This wasn't really a big success. It only cost $20 million. This is a very small movie. Here's what I have to say about They Will Kill You. This is an entertaining movie. It's not a great movie at all. It's a movie that I watched in the theater on a Friday night. I just wanted to see a good horror movie. This came out at the very end of March, a week after Project Hail Mary had dominated IMAX screens and was holding them until Super Mario took them for a week. By the way, Super Mario Brothers I think will still be in some IMAX theaters. Project Hail Mary is returning, at least to the AMC Lincoln Square, April 17th, because The Mummy is supposed to come out on IMAX, and I don't think anyone cares. The studio behind The Mummy is very, very wary about it. The fact that they're putting Project Hail Mary back in IMAX 70mm during The Mummy's IMAX run shows me that movie will not be that good. The same happened with Final Destination Bloodlines, but that movie actually got good reviews. I was not a fan of it. You can check out my review. Anyway, not to digress from this plot, but let's talk about They Will Kill You. This is an absolutely fine movie. It's a film that has great craft. Let's talk about the director, Karol Sokolov. There's not a lot about this guy. I believe this is his film debut. The movie was shot in Cape Town at the end of 2024. It finished December 2024, so they probably have been editing this all through 2025. It premiered at South by Southwest on March 17th, 2026, and it was released a week later. This is not really a frustrating movie to say, just bear with me, guys, because obviously I watch a lot of movies. I really enjoyed the style of this movie. A big thing I would say, and a couple people already probably said this is like Kill Bill had a baby with Rosemary's Baby. And even just saying that right now, I'm kind of getting secondhand embarrassment, describing it that way, because the general plot is this extremely repetitive. I'm going to get into spoilers, a little, light spoilers here. The general plot is very repetitive. We've seen so many movies like this recently, especially with Ready or Not 2, which just came out. I enjoyed Ready or Not 2 a lot. I think this is very similar to that movie. They're both very well-crafted movies. What makes They Will Kill You work to me, though, and what, prevents me from saying this is a bad movie, because I think it's a very, average story. However, the execution is really good. I gotta give a movie credit for this hyper stylization. It has really good cinematography. The way, this director shoots New York City, even though I don't think most of it was even shot in New York City, is really great. There's this comic book kind of aesthetic. It's almost like Sin City in a way, where nothing really feels real. Everything's very hyper stylized. Again, like a graphic novel or comic book. The set design, the art direction, the walls and interiors, and just the aesthetic design of this hotel that, Zazie Beetz signs up to be a housekeeper. And when she first goes in, I'm like, this is really cool. This is a very immersive world. It's just that the story itself is extremely repetitive. We've seen so many movies like this. A bunch of rich people trying to kill a person who isn't rich or sacrifice them for some cult or whatever. That's where the movie kind of lost me. Having said that, this is a very great idea, and I love being able to watch so much of these scenes with a crowd. It was a very great crowd-pleasing movie. This is where me sitting here reviewing a movie, I don't want to pick it apart and be like, this was not great. No, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of great practical effects. There's really cool stuff that kind of ties into horror. I wouldn't really call this movie a horror. It's more of a, it's very Quentin Tarantino style. There's a lot of needle drops, a lot of Western type of music and Italian music, and this that clapping score that you get in Kill Bill, this weird variety of score that totally makes this movie worth it. Plus, the action is really good. There's slow-mo shots. There's these dolly shots and these drone shots where, Zazie Beetz is holding up a sword in a hallway and the camera whips around her. And just because of that, I felt like this was a very long student film. I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. It has, a lot of style and influences, which it wears on its sleeve. It's very clear. where this movie gets its style from, but it's original and new. Like, you know, if I'm comparing this to Ready or Not 2, which I also just saw, Ready or Not 2 has a very clean, very Hollywood palette that is so safe, you know, in the way that those directors, the Radio Silence guys, are excellent at what they do. They're just so safe. I like that this is kind of taking a risk. It's a little bold and with its imagery and the musical choices. And yeah, it's a plot you've seen before. You know, one woman trying to like fight a whole tower of people who are against her. Only this has that kind of satanic horror edge, but it's not really scary. So it's definitely fun. This is a movie I wouldn't say you like have to see in a theater. Definitely it's fun with a crowd. However, it's one of those, you know, see it with a crowd theater movies. It's okay. It's fun. Ironically, a year ago, we got another like average movie, which I thought was a little more ridiculous. A Working Man. Remember that Jason Statham action film? That came out 1 year ago. But I'm just thinking, because I saw this, you know, like a year later, it's also another fun movie. It's not great, but it's fun. This is stylish, though. I would say I'm impressed by the style. The whole time I was watching it, I was thinking I am very interested to see what this guy directs next, because this is fun. And even though it's a bit repetitive and, you know, there's this fierce, gory stuff that, you know, with the style, with the musical choices and the editing, it's pretty solidly put together. So if this guy comes up with another story, or, you know, they put him on a studio project, at least I know there will be some visual flair to it. So this does a little bit of new stuff, even though, you know, the story is very repetitive. That's what I thought of it. Let me know what you guys think of They Will Kill You Guys. It's a fun time. It's nothing new, but I enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this movie. It's going to be on streaming soon.